Welcome. My name is Looney, and this is a gentle flow class to help us get into the body. Should be only about 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 at most. Running off of inspiration here, so I don't have an exact time frame in mind, but once the recording is finished, then we will all know how long this is. But the intention here is to create liberation in the body, liberation in the breath and in the lungs, liberation in the mind, and just create an experience of expansion by accessing the body, by accessing the breath, and getting ourselves into an expanded perspective. Okay, let's start. Shoulders down away from the ears. Let's take a couple rolls, maybe close the eyes, inhaling and exhaling. And then drop those shoulders down long away from the ears. And let's take maybe a few head rolls. Eyes are closed. And if you have any former injuries in the neck or a tender neck, just be mindful here not to overextend through the muscles in the neck. Switch direction. And allowing yourself to lengthen the breath, create depth within the breath, taking it beyond just the chest cavity, but down into the diaphragm, and let the belly muscles expand as well. And hold center. Let's grab hold of the knees. Let's inhale, flex the heart forward. Exhale, round, tuck and dome through the back. Inhale, exhale. Take a few more, just like this. Just liberating some of the tension in between the shoulder blades, liberating some tension up around the front of the chest and in the shoulders. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, shoulders down away from the ears. Let's do little lateral sweeps from side to side, reaching and extending through the fingers. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. We're extending through the crown of the spine, growing long through the waistline. Try and lift the ribs up away from the hip points. Good. This is a wonderful way to start some of the detoxing that occurs within the organs of the lower body. We're talking about kidneys, liver, gallbladder, spleen. Some of this contraction and release with the accompaniment of long, deep breathing helps us remove some of the stagnancies and toxins that formulate within the organs. And then the deep breath helps carry these toxins away through the bloodstream. So make sure to drink a nice amount of water today after your practice to help flush out those toxins that you release. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. And I often encourage people when they practice yoga, if their balance and stability allows, to close the eyes while they practice. It really helps you get into an expansive state, right? Where you can tap into creativity, where you can tap into releasing some of the issues that weigh you down in the logical and rational mind. It starts to open up into the intuitive mind where problems can be solved on a higher dimensional level. Let's look forward and come on to hands and knees into a tabletop position. And we're going to start with a few cat-cows. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, pressing the tops of the feet down onto the mat. Let's plug those shoulders away from the ears, eyes of the elbows turned forward, neutral spine. And then begin with a lift of the chin and the tail. Exhale, round, tuck, and dome. Eyes are closed, moving your way through the body. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold with the lifted tail, lifted chin, arching back. And kick the hips off to the right side. As you move the hips to the left, we dome the back. As you move the hips to the right, you sway the back. So we're moving through this nice circular motion as if the spine were a jump rope. We have one person on the tail end and one person on the crown end, just rolling that jump rope. Inhale and exhale. And this should feel very liberating into the hips, into the side body, into the shoulders, stirring into places that otherwise might not get as much attention. Let's go for 4 more in this direction, and we're going to then switch. 3, 2, and 1. Now inhale, we'll center with the arched back, lifted tail. And let's reverse. Let's kick the hips to the left. Then round the back, tuck the tail as the hips move to the right. Reversing this roll. Snaking through the spine. Let the head move in accordance with the spine, right? So let it kind of follow suit, follow the flow of energy that the spine is taking. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift neutral spine. Start reaching up through the side body. Inhale, exhale, release. Switch side. Inhale, exhale, release. Opening the heart up like a book. Use that movement with breath. Inhale to lift and open. Exhale to close it down. Inhale, twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, twist. Exhale, release. Now on this time, we inhale, twist, open, and hold. Hold that breath for just a moment as you reach open through the heart. And then as you exhale, you're going to lace that arm through and under, drop the right shoulder and the right temple down to the ground. Hips remain high, slide that left arm up and overhead, tenting on the fingers. Press heavy and strong onto that right shoulder. Feeling the muscles on the right side pull away from the center line, creating space between the shoulder blades, creating space around the spine. Breathe. Use the breath as a tool to create expansion in the ribs. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep it up, rise, tabletop. Exhale, neutral spine. Let's take it on the other side. Inhale, left arm sweeps up high. Suspend the breath. Reach and stretch open. Exhale, lace under, drop left shoulder, left temple. Navel draws to the spine. Right arm slides up and over. Tent up on those fingers. Press heavy through the left shoulder. And breathe. Consider closing the eyes. And just feel your way into relaxation, into expansion. The breath is key here. Poses are secondary. You can get yourself into a pose and still be in stress if you're breathing short and shallow into the chest. When we breathe deep into the diaphragm, into the belly, we start to create an environment of relaxation, of expansion. transitioning the nervous system into the parasympathetic, right, where the muscles relax and the expansion occurs. Let's take a last breath in through the nose and exhale. Inhale, rise it up. Spread those fingers wide. Dig into the fingertips and into the knuckles, creating a firm base within the hands. So we're not dumping all our weight into the wrists. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips high. Press the chest toward the thighs. Chin to the chest. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Head shakes loose. And pedal the feet. Wag the tail from side to side. Again, if the balance and stability allows, close the eyes. Wag the tail. Just open up into the back of the legs, creating length in the spine, extension in the tail. Shoulders are away from the ears, creating a long neck. And then ground those heels. Chest presses to the thumbs, navel draws in. Inhale, side out. Let's lift up high on the toes. Bend the knees, look to the hands, and gently step into the hands. Inhale, lift to a flat spine, pressing on the shins, extending through the crown of the head. And then bend the knees. Bow forward, belly comes onto thighs, grab onto opposite elbows. And like a pendulum, gentle in the knees, rocking from side to side. Let that head hang heavy. And as you gently tug on those elbows, you'll feel nice extension through the lats and the side of the body, getting into that space around the shoulder blades, creating some relief in that upper back. Feeling some relief and some release into the hamstrings. If you're feeling nothing but tension in the hamstrings, think about bending the knees a little bit more deeply. And then come center, steady the swing, release the hands, ground into the soles of the feet, sweep up high, rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep again. Exhale, hinge and bow. Ground the hands. Slide it back. Nice high plank. Tail turns down toward the heels. Eyes of the elbows turn forward. Strong in the chest. Arms, inner thighs, navel center. And let's just tip the heels to the right. Tip the heels to the left. Staying strong and stable through the center core. And we're just activating the navel center here, the obliques. Bathroom muscles are engaged, navel's engaged. What this is doing is setting the navel point. We're stimulating first, second, and third chakra here. Helping release any energy blocks in this area to rise the energy up into the heart, the higher triangle of consciousness. So not only is this beneficial to the appearance of the physical body, but when it comes to the energy bodies in a state of health, emotional, physical, mental, this is very impactful. Come center. Inhale. Bend the elbows, or bend the knees if you want a little extra support. Ground the tops of the feet. Inhale. Low cobra, only as high as the low back allowed. Exhale, come down. Stay grounded in the tops of the feet again. Inhale. Stay soft in the glutes. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale. I'm going to take these hands and release them behind my back. Lift the knuckles toward the heels, lift up through the heart, ground solid through the feet. Breathe. Exhale, come down. Stimulating second and third chakra. Inhale. Getting into our creative center, our centers of power and identity. Lots of blocks occur in the first three because this is where the majority of our pranic life force energy sits. Lots of things happen down in this low triangle. Creating babies, digesting food, eliminating waste. So that's why the majority of our blocks occur here. Last time, inhale, lift. And as you exhale, keep the heart lifted and just roll over onto the left shoulder. We're on side body, we're just gonna hinge at the hips and the feet slide forward. Okay, and I'm gonna release the grip, rise my right leg up to the sky, grab onto either the back of my right hamstring, the back of my calf, or with my peace fingers, grab onto my big right toe. And then open the belly to the sky. Still feeling a nice stretch and opening on that grounded left shoulder as it lays behind my body. Breathing into the hamstring, into the inner thigh. One more time, inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knee, grab onto the top of the foot or the ankle. Turn the knee forward and then kick the foot into the hand, stretch open through the heart. Take that left foot, point it and stretch it forward. Opening through the heart, the chest, the hip flexor, the quad, and shooting energy through that left foot. Breathing, inhale. Exhale. And release down onto the belly. Let's interlace the hands behind the back again. Ground through the tops of the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, lift and hold. And roll over onto the right shoulder. Hinge those feet forward. Left leg rises to the sky. Left hand grabs onto left hamstring. Left calf or big left toe. Gently rest the head down and open the belly to the sky. Breathing in here. One more time. Yeah. And as you exhale, just bend that left knee, grab onto left ankle or top of foot, kick the foot into the hand and stretch open through the heart. Arching through the back, opening through the chest and shoulder, and pointing through that right extended toe. Keep the breath long and deep. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Come onto the belly, hands into the shoulders. Let's press ourselves up tabletop. Curl the toes under. Press back, downward dog. Shoulders away from the ears, chin to the chest. Again, wag the tail and pedal the feet. Long through the spine. Inhale, right leg rises up high behind. Pressing the chest toward the thigh, grounding that left heel toward the floor, and extending that right leg up to the sky. Be mindful of keeping those hip points facing the floor. We're not yet ready to open the hip. Long lines of energy here. And now let's bend that right knee, open the right hip to the right side of the room, belly toward the right side of the room. Keep the chest parallel to the floor, the best of your ability. Maybe arch through the back a little bit, feel a nice stretch in the hip flexor and getting into those deep muscles that support the pelvis. Like so as. psoas is associated with mental and emotional stability, right? When our psoas is constricted, it kind of affects us at a foundational level in the psyche. So this position helps liberate any blocked energy that affects the first chakra, safety, stability, security. One more full breath, inhale. Exhale, turn the knee in under, step the foot between the hands, hold low lunge, extending through the crown of the head, scissor inner thighs. All right, now, make sure those feet are on train tracks as opposed to a tightrope, right? You want to have them on opposite planes or separate planes. Inhale, rise, come up, crescent pose. Sink down into both knees, arms reach up. Tail is long, bathroom muscles engaged, long through the front of the thigh. Now with control and stability, let's take the hands to the heart. Inhale. Lean forward, lunge forward. Warrior 3, extending through the crown of the head. Hands are either at heart, reach it back, maybe. And then hands come right back under the heart, back down to crescent. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do it again. Bathroom muscles, strength, balance, focus, breath. Reach. Hands come to the heart. To the back. Rise those arms up. And then the hands come down. Slide it back, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, press back. Downward dog. Shoulders away from the ears, navel tight. Left leg rises high. Inhale. Chest presses toward the thigh, right heel grounds, long stretch. Extending through those lines of energy through the body. Now let's bend that left knee, open the hip, turn the belly to the left side of the room. Arch through the back, feel a stretch in the front belly on the left side. Breathe. Maybe the eyes are closed. Last breath, inhale. And as you exhale, step it between. Holding low lunge. Train track those feet, scissor the inner thighs, extending long through the crown of the head. Now with strength and grace, rise up. Crescent pose. Hands come to the heart center. We have a gentle bend in the back knee. Pressing the pelvis forward so you feel the length here. Getting into that hip flexor, which tends to shorten out if you sit on a regular basis, which many of us do. And now let's gently hinge forward. Warrior 3, maybe reaching the arms back. Reach those arms up. One more time, just like that. Hands come to the heart. Inhale. Bend forward. Gently. Reach the arms. Focus eyes. Focus breath. Gently. Reach the arms up. And exhale, hands come down. Slide it back, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Chin to the chest, shoulders away. Lift up on the toes, and the knees come down onto the shins. Rise up. Hands come onto the pelvis, fingers facing down, turning the tail down, lengthening through the low back. Knees are hip distance apart. Chin comes to the chest. We draw the shoulders and elbows back. Press the hips forward, open through the heart. Now, if you're tender in the neck, you can keep the chin toward the chest. If you'd like to extend, let the head hang back. Maybe curl the toes under one at a time. One foot at a time. The hands come down onto the heels. And lift. You're holding the breath. Breathe. Feel the whole front body breathe. Great way to move energy up into the heart, up into the throat, higher triangle of consciousness. And those eyes focused at third eye, draw it up to your seat of intuition. Now one hand at a time onto the pelvis. Gently rise up, head comes up last. And let's come down. Interlace the hands, ground the forearms right under the shoulders, creating a little V. The hands being at the narrowest part and the elbows being at the widest part. We're coming up into dolphin pose. Walk those feet in toward the elbows. Chin tucks to the chest, pressing into the forearms. Breathe. Stabilizing the shoulder girdle here. Keep the neck long. Breathing into the belly. Last time. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands under the shoulders. And let's take that right knee to the right wrist. Slide the left leg back. Right heel kind of shimmies its way toward the left hip point. Extend that left leg back long. If you need a little stability in the pelvis, you can always take a block, slide it right under, so you're not collapsing on one side or the other. Tent up on the fingers, lift proud through the heart, chin to the chest. Walk it down. Forehead. Arms extend long. If there's any part that feels vulnerable and at risk for injury, use a prop, whether it's a block, pillow. Put it under that place that feels vulnerable, whether it's the hips, the heart, the forehead. Long, deep breathing. Let's focus the eyes at the third eye point. This is stimulating the optic nerve to help activate hypothalamus, which signals pituitary and pineal glands to activate, creating a hormonal cocktail in the bloodstream of expanded perception, well-being, relaxation, connectivity. Two more breaths. Last time. Inhale, lift up through the hips, slide that right knee back, tabletop position, neutralize the spine. Let's slide the left knee to the left wrist, shimmy that left foot in toward the right hip point, and slide the right leg back, nice and long. Lift up, proud through the chest, tent up on those fingers. Again, maybe place a block under that left hip point if that's helpful. So you can feel supported, allow your muscles to relax. And then gently relax, walk yourself down. Belly rests on the calf if possible, arms extend long forward, forehead to the ground. Eyes are closed and drawn up to third eye center. Maybe a gentle smile on your face. Breathing long deep. Giving yourself the time and the patience to breathe very deeply. Presence with your breath. No rushing through it, no shortcutting. Savor it. Breathing in this way transforms your being. It transforms the physical body into a much more relaxed state, so you become more flexible, more expansive. It transforms the nervous system, transforms the emotional system, and transforms the waves of the brain to longer waves, and you're more in what's called a convergent perspective. It's a short term for an expanded mind as opposed to divergent, which is a contracted mind. All this accessed through the breath. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. Swing that right leg round, nice and easy. Send the legs forward. Give them a little shake, give them a little jiggle. Draw that navel in, and like you have a little string attached to the top of your head, really lift up. Okay, so we're at a nice right angle here, right, hinging at the hips. I'm gonna reach my arms up, nice long spine, navel's drawn in, inhale. My feet are active, my fingers are reaching, and I hinge forward to exhale. Now, depending on your hamstring flexibility, you may reach a point of stop, to the point where then you begin to round. And I want you to stop right before you start rounding and just ground the hands. Take a few deep breaths in this hinge position. Grab onto what's accessible, whether it's shins, ankles, feet. Take a deep inhale, extend through the integrity of the spine, and then exhale. Close it down nice and easy. Navel draws to the spine. Breathing, no holding the breath. There's a little trick that the ego plays on the mind and on the lungs, that when we are in a state of tension, that our first instinct is to hold the breath, which is the worst thing you could do. creates more tension, creates contraction in an oxygen deficient environment. Instead, when we breathe, we start to create relief, expansion, extension, and liberation in the body. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Rise up. Inhale. And then reach the arms forward again, nice and long through the spine. I'm just going to wiggle forward a little bit, tuck my tail, and then vertebrae by vertebrae. Engaging through the navel center, nice and slowly come down. Shoulders down away from the ears. Right leg comes up. I'm going to grab onto either my outer thigh, my outer shin, or bend my knee, grab onto the big toe. And gently open that leg out to the side. So it either looks like this, or maybe looks like this with a bent knee, or looks like this, right, to the side, holding my outer thigh or my outer knee. Depending on the liberation in your hamstring and your inner thigh. Now gazing in the opposite direction of that extended leg, you can place the left hand on the left hip point to stabilize the pelvis. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, gently bend the knee. Rise that knee up to tabletop. Right arm stays out to the side, palm faces down on the ground. Left hand guides right knee across to twist. Gazing in the direction opposite of that bent knee. See if you can really rotate the waistline. Do your best to keep that right shoulder grounded. And breathe. Last time. And release. Right leg slides down long. Left leg comes up. So I'm going to have to slide away from my couch a little bit. Okay. Left leg rises up. Now either grab onto the outer thigh, outer shin, or grab onto the big toe with a bent knee, and then open that leg gently out to the side, extending. Your hip might pop like mine does, which always feels amazing. And you may have a piece of furniture stopping you like I do, but just let it be there. It's all good. Gazing in the opposite direction of the extended leg. This feels really nice in the hamstring and the inner thigh. To the groin muscles. One more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, release, bend the knee, bring it up to tabletop. Left arm extends out, right hand guides left hand across. To twist, gazing in the opposite direction. Try your best to, like I said, keep that left shoulder grounded, twisting through the waistline. And come back center. All right. Gently allow the feet and thighs to turn out natural. Tail is long. I'm going to guide you into Savasana, and then you're going to remain lying down while I play a little sound healing with a crystal bowl. But before I rise up, I'd like you to follow my lead and turn the tailbone down, lengthen through the legs, allow the feet and thighs to turn out natural. Palms face up next to the hips, shoulders down and away from the ears. Chin to the chest. Jaw softens. Tongue relaxes in the mouth. Ears fall back. The eyes sink back. Place a gentle awareness at the crown of your head, just sensing that soft, warm energy right above the crown of your head. The most subtle energy center within our chakra system, right at the crown of the head there, connecting us to divine source energy. And please remain laying down on your back. I'm going to gently rise up. Okay. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins and rock from side to side. And roll onto one side into fetal position. And release and relax in that position. Let go of the legs. Just kind of stay on the side for a moment. Take a deep, full inhale through the nose. And through the mouth, side out. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And side out. Gently use the top hand. Push yourself up seated. Cross-leg position. And bring your hands to the heart center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And suspend that breath. Bring folded hands to third eye center, blessing that you'll be guided by intuition and have the wisdom and courage to follow it. Exhale, bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you guys.